From an early age, we're conditioned to believe that relentless effort, grinding hustle, and constant striving are the golden tickets to success. Society hands us a blueprint that says, the harder you push, the more you win. But what if this very approach is what's holding you back? How many times have you poured your heart into chasing something, a relationship, a job, a dream, only to watch it slip further away with every effort? And then curiously, the moment you stop obsessing, the thing you were chasing shows up, effortlessly, as if the universe was just waiting for you to let go. Why does this happen? Is it some kind of cosmic joke, or is there a deeper truth here that we're missing? Today, I want to unpack a powerful perspective, one that could flip your entire mindset about success, love, and fulfillment. This isn't about giving up, it's about giving in to a wiser, more effective way of being. Let's begin with something we've all felt: anxiety. The more you try to resist it, the louder it becomes. That's not a coincidence. Psychologists call this the rebound effect. When we push something away, we unintentionally strengthen it. Trying to force calm makes you more tense. Fighting anxiety amplifies it. This doesn't just apply to emotions. The same principle applies to your goals, relationships, and creative work. When you cling too tightly to an outcome, obsess over every detail, and try to control every step, you disrupt the natural flow. You go from creator to controller, and creativity suffocates under control. Here's what's really going on. When your mind perceives desperation, it enters survival mode. Your stress hormones kick in, clouding your judgment and narrowing your awareness. Instead of magnetizing the solutions you seek, you repel them with the energy of lack. Ancient wisdom knew this long before modern science did. The Stoics embraced the idea of amor fati, love of fate. Rather than resist what is, they chose to align with it. Not passively, but with graceful acceptance. When you stop resisting life, you start dancing with it. And in that dance, you discover a rhythm more powerful than anything you could force. Let's look at relationships. When you seek someone's validation, when you're trying to win someone over, you emit neediness. It doesn't repel because desire is wrong, but because neediness carries the scent of scarcity. People sense that you're not grounded within yourself, and they pull away. But when you turn inward, cultivate self-respect, and stop chasing approval, something beautiful happens. People are drawn to you, not because you tried harder, but because you stopped trying to prove yourself. You became magnetic by simply being. The same applies to your goals. Yes, taking action is essential, but frantic, forceful action born out of fear and urgency is very different from calm, focused action that stems from clarity and trust. Imagine two swimmers, one panicking and fighting the waves, the other gliding with the current. Same ocean, same destination, but only one reaches it with grace. This is not about being passive. It's about aligning with the current instead of resisting it. Life rewards those who move with intention, not desperation. Let me introduce a powerful concept from psychology and philosophy: attachment. Attachment is an emotional tether to a specific outcome. It convinces you that unless things go a certain way, you're not okay. It masquerades as ambition, but operates through fear. The deeper your attachment, the more pressure you place on yourself. You begin to operate from a space of lack. I must have this or else. Your subconscious interprets that urgency as a threat, and like a cornered animal, your brain defaults to survival mode. Cortisol floods your system. Your judgment gets cloudy. You react impulsively. You lose perspective. You grip harder and harder, and the very thing you want slips further from your grasp. Let me ground this in a real-world example. A study on professional athletes found that those who were overly focused on winning performed worse than those who were focused on the present moment. When pressure to win was removed, performance improved. Why? Because pressure hijacks presence, and presence is where your power lives. The same happens in job interviews, performances, and conversations. The more attached you are to being perfect, the more likely you are to stumble. Why? Because you're not really there. You're in your head, not in the moment. So what's the antidote? It's something called outcome independence. It means your self-worth, your peace of mind, your inner stability isn't dependent on a specific result. You care, but you're not consumed. You act, but you're not controlled by the outcome. Imagine walking into a room and saying, "It would be wonderful if this works out, but I'll still be whole if it doesn't." That's strength. That's confidence. And ironically, that mindset is what often brings success. And here's the truth. Some things are beyond your reach. That's not weakness. That's reality. And when you accept it, you stop wasting energy on battles you were never meant to fight. Instead, you return to the present, to the only moment where real change is possible. This is where your clarity lives, where your intuition speaks, where your power resides. So ask yourself, where are you still holding on too tightly? To your image, your goals, a specific outcome? What might shift if you simply loosened your grip? You might realize the thing you were chasing has been circling you all along, but you were too focused on the wrong door to notice the right one was open. There's a subtle but profound moment when something in you softens, not because you've given up, but because you're done forcing what was never meant to be forced. You stop running, you stop clenching, and in that breath of surrender, life responds differently. You begin to see how tension shaped your posture, how stress dominated your thoughts, and then things begin to shift. The right people arrive, new ideas flow, you speak more clearly, you walk more lightly, not because life magically changed, but because you did. Letting go is not giving up. It's giving yourself the freedom to show up fully. It's choosing presence over pressure, faith over force, alignment over anxiety. And that version of you, the one who trusts, who listens, who softens, they're the one who sees the path clearly. They're the one who finds the magic in the moment. This isn't the end. It's a beginning. You are exactly where you need to be. And from here, everything can change.